Welcome to Let's Lose. Andrew's playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
This is our second episode. Well, our third. I lost our second episode. So we're just going to re-talk about the stuff we talked about in our second episode.
He's down on himself.
Well,
Poor
I'm
guy.
still learning how to use this equipment.
He's too hard on himself. He has so many bigger problems than this that he does need to work on.
Like what? My body odor?
Well, things about your body, but
we
won't get into that.
You said you weren't ever going to talk about that.
Well, we never said we go to bed angry.
You said that last night. We got into a little tiff last
Yeah.
night.
And I was just going to drive back with the McDonald's and, watch TV and go to sleep. But I'm like, no, fuck this. We're not going to be angry.
We were at McDonald's at, 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
And I was just, miserable. Like, motherfucker, I hate you. I fucking hate you. I wasn't like that, but I was still upset.
On a tiff. But hey, whatever.
Whatever.
That's how something happens.
Now, you were saying you had something about kids and something Millersburg and skateboarding, and I said something about I don't like skateboarding, and then
But you like skateboard. You're playing a damn game
I hate
on it.
skateboarding.
Oh, well.
No, I'm just fucking around. I hate
Skateboarding was never huge where I
I
came
know.
from in Likens, but I mean, rollerblading got big.
Yeah, I know you said that.
Yeah. You were saying about you would take the Razor scooters. Was that a before?
Well, I take a Razor scooter with me whenever my buddy was like, "Hey, I want to go to the skate park."
Yeah.
And I remember I walked in and I didn't have a helmet, and the guy was like, "You got to rent a helmet," and that was so disgusting.
$54.95.
Yeah, we had to fill out one of those forms, parental consent forms, and
Yeah.
then you had to rent a helmet if you didn't have one. And I asked the guy, I was like, "Can I take my Razor scooter in?" And he's like, "All the kids are gonna make fun of you." And I was like, "No one's gonna make fun of me." And no one did, because I did a 540 tail whip over a box.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is, but it just sounds fake, like you didn't do it. But go ahead, keep going.
Shut up. And then there were, I hate you. There were 2 kids rollerblading in there in the half pipe.
Yeah.
And I dropped in on the
They
half.
were the cool kids. They were they did their own thing.
They were 10. And I got in the half pipe with my Razor scooter. And they were like, "Hey, can we videotape you?" I was like, "Yeah, of course."
I remember when I was 10 years old and the kids that were 12 were talking about hitting on women and how much sex they had. And even at that age,
You knew they were lying?
I knew they were lying because I'm you guys are 2 years older than me.
I'm restarting.
And I'm just now starting to think about girls.
Just now? At
You
26?
No, I'm talking about when I was 10,
Oh.
you idiot.
26, I'm starting to think about girls.
But you did say this game, this took up a lot of your time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the other thing was, when we were kids, we were all, because skateboarding was huge, we were in the city. Skateboard, anything with wheels, you did.
Yeah.
The thing that was, why you skateboarded, because the girls that skateboarded were hot.
Oh, is that right?
They were hot.
Oh, they were good-looking women?
Well, they were girls.
It's called respect, Andrew.
God, man.
Towards the opposite sex.
Dude, I'm not...
Try it.
What the hell?
So this game was big with you, though.
Yes. I enjoyed this game a lot.
I
hate
rented it and borrowed it from a friend, but that was about it, and I didn't really play it.
I think a couple other guys had this game, too. There was the better one. Well, it wasn't better. They had a Matt Hoffman and Dave Mirabite game as well.
Like I was saying before, a game that took up a lot of my time was Diablo 2.
Yeah. Well, this didn't
played
take up a
that.
lot of my time, but it took up enough.
A good 2 years of my time was spent on Diablo 2.
Well, Diablo's not even really a... Diablo's fun. Don't get me wrong.
It's a fast-paced online game.
Whoa! I did a kickflip McTwist! That's a big move.
No, stellar.
It was
Radical.
Thank you.
Tubular.
Why do we hang
Rocket power.
We are riders on a mission. I hated that show. I hated that show so much.
I hate that I'm not playing Diablo 3 right now. You can hear it.
You can hear it screaming to you.
Yeah.
What did you play any real MMOs as a kid?
No, like I said, I played WoW for a little bit. a friend bought like a month's worth for me to try it, and it was the fact of
I gotta redo this.
Hitting a crab.
Yeah.
And like fishing and making wool.
Making wool.
Yeah, I was not big on that. Wool jackets for the children. Winter's coming.
Winter's coming. I played WoW a little bit. All my friends were like, "Hey, you gotta play WoW." We all play WoW. So I was like, "Okay, are you guys gonna help me?" And they're like, "Yeah, once you get up to our level." And I'm like, "Well, what level are you guys?" They're like 80.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that would take like months, though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it would take fucking months. And they were like, "We'll help you," and it'll only take like a week.
See, what was cool in Diablo 2?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get all these spray paint cans, by the way, if anyone's wondering.
Runs, like Bale runs, Diablo runs, and shit like that.
Yeah.
You could power level a character from 1 to like 75, 80 in a matter of like 2 hours. But from 80 to 99, that would take months. Seriously, like, it would take a long damn time.
Well,
and what was cool is you could sit and play Diablo for hours, or you could play it for like 5 minutes before you had to like go somewhere. And it was cool. You could do a run quick. You were done. Okay, I'll put it down. Walk away.
Mom, we're going to Kmart.
Yeah, something like that. I could do that until that happened. And Diablo 3 really is the same way, except they reward with the expansion. They reward you for bounties now. That's just awesome. And like they reward you to do a run.
Yeah.
And get a legendary item.
See, the thing I hated about WoW was I needed help at one point, right? So I'm like, "Hey, any of my friends on want to help me?" They're like, yeah. I'm like, cool. And I just expected them to show up with like characters like around my level.
Yeah, just jump in.
Yeah, and just help out. No, they show up. They're flying dragons and shit. Like,
I know that pissed you off.
That pissed me off so much.
With Diablo 3, though, when you started playing it before the expansion.
Yeah.
Like, you made a character, and I made a character. We made it at the same time.
Yeah.
We played for like 8 hours that night, and you're like, all right, cool, we'll play again. The next time you jump on with me, that character's like 50.
Yeah. I was
and
still
you're
like
still
30.
Like, and you're like, God damn it. It's like, well.
You played for like an hour. Well, then I hate that, because it was like, my friends were all like, all right, we'll show you all the cool stuff in WoW and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. And they show up riding dragons and shit, and I'm trying to kill a crab. Other MMOs I played the original Final Fantasy MMO.
Yeah, you said, I remember, you were trying to get me to play that.
I tried to get you to play that so
And that
bad.
was monthly, wasn't it? That was a monthly pay.
That was a monthly pay for a long time.
Love that about Diablo.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Nothing monthly.
Well,
WoW's monthly, isn't it?
Yeah, WoW is still monthly.
Damn.
And Final Fantasy just had this. It was weird. Like,
what is it monthly?
For monthly games, usually like anywhere between $9 and $15.
That's Netflix.
Yeah, that's a Netflix subscription. Where is the fifth? Ooh, I didn't get up there yet.
Not even.
Really?
I pay $7.99 for Netflix and Hulu a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Ow! Oh, I didn't hit it. I'm restarting. I'm getting these spray paint cans.
Oh, okay.
I also have to ollie or jump over a bunch of bums.
Yeah. Like, I remember watching you play Final Fantasy Online, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, I came over to Shreff's one time.
And you were showing it to me, and I just. Like, you were like, you gotta get a keyboard so you can chat with people. I'm like, oh my god.
I talk to people. Fuck. No, I didn't like that game either. Like, I had friends that would play, and they were like, "Hey, play that. We'll help you out." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
And we were just talking about like the idea. Like, I thought what I envisioned was when you said Final Fantasy Online, I got all excited because I envisioned like the world of Final Fantasy 9 and running around beating monsters and helping towns, and it's like, this is cool. You get to make your own character and everyone's running around. Wasn't that?
No.
And we've had the argument too, where you talked about Tactics would be a good world.
Oh, I think Tactics is the original Tactics is my favorite Final Fantasy game.
And I like Tactics Advance world more. I love Tactics Advance. That game was great to me.
Where are the spray paint cans?
And I remember I beat Final Fantasy Tactics for the PlayStation 1. Played it, beat it, and I liked it. And I don't know, I played Tactics Advance, and that game instantly became shitty to me. Because I just like Tactics Advance more.
I like the story a lot. I mean, the story in Tactics Advanced
is neat.
Is good. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a good story. I like Tactics story so much more. It's so in depth. It's like Game of Thrones on crack.
And I don't like that. I like a very fantasy, whimsical type of fantasy world.
Because that's not really what Tactics was about. It was.
And you can argue the fact that
your brothers are trying to kill you and shit.
Diablo's not that whimsical, but
Diablo's so depressing.
It's dark. It's horror.
It is like horribly. I'm restarting.
And I like horror a lot.
Diablo is so depressing, but no, I got on Final Fantasy. I got the game. Friends of mine were playing it. They're like, "Hey, we'll help you out," and I'm like, "Cool." So for the first like 20 levels, you can actually solo it pretty well.
Okay.
And then you get to this point where you're fighting crabs, and you need a whole party of like 10 people to take them down. And then my friends would just stand there off to the side with their like level 80 characters or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just boost us. And I don't like that. That takes it like. First off, it shouldn't take 10 people to kill a crab.
What were the classes in it?
Well, it had like your standard Final Fantasy classes, like, oh shit, I'm on a roof!
White mage, black mage.
White mage, black mage, fighter, dragoon, shit like that.
Okay.
Let's see. I also played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
Or that, whatever it was.
Yeah, I know there was a online.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed that shit.
I missed that horribly. I played that for a bit. That was a lot of fun. There was some cool stuff in that I liked. Did you ever hear the story of the original Star Wars Galaxies MMO?
No.
What happened when there was a chick that was playing, and it was probably it was probably 6 months after the game was released, maybe 7. Someone finally became a Jedi in the game.
Oh yeah?
And she didn't even know how she did it. And this is the rumor, if I remember correctly. So she didn't know how she did it, but she was like, "Oh shit, I'm a Jedi." She had a lightsaber and stuff, and everybody else was still like scoundrels and robots and whatever. And she was killed for a very long time. Like, everybody would hunt her down just to kill her.
Why?
Because she was a Jedi, and nobody else was.
That's just dickheaded.
Yeah, it was very dickheaded.
That's one reason I don't like MMOs.
Well, I'd rather play an MMO sometimes, because you don't have to talk to people. You can type.
Yeah.
But when you're playing like on Xbox Live with a bunch of 12-year-old boys,
yeah,
and you're playing like Call of Duty or Halo, and the shit they say makes me embarrassed.
That was one cool thing, and still
I
about
blush.
Diablo 2 and 3. What sucks about 3 is you can't play offline.
Yeah, I'm starting to hate that. I'm sorry, I don't understand why I need to be online for your video game.
And there's more problems than that. I want to play the game. Battle.net servers are running.
Yeah.
But it's storming outside. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
It's not storming outside. Internet's fine. Battle.net servers are down.
Yeah.
I can't play the game. And it irritates me. But at the same time, I like that you can go into a private room and just do shit yourself.
Yeah.
And you're fine. If you want to play with other people, just join a public game. There's people in there, you play. And you can just ignore the hell out of them.
Oh, yeah,
if you really want to. If you just want the extra experience and extra magic find. Good fun.
Yeah. Well, and we did play, we played WoW, or not WoW, Diablo 3 a lot together.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten the expansion. I know, I'm tardy on it, but
eventually you will, and Diablo's one of those games, you've seen it, I can jump right back into it and not even bat an eye.
Like,
which is really cool about that game.
Yeah.
You can jump in and
it's just like you played yesterday.
Yep. And you'll have, like, there'll be a little bit of difference because they did change some shit up.
Uh-huh.
When you play again, like, you download the patch finally.
Yeah.
The game does run a little different now and some shit's different. But it's going to be, like, 5 minutes of, oh, okay, that's different. Or, okay, I can do that. And you're still playing the same game.
Well, I'm sure I'll get to it eventually. I mean, it's not like it needs to be done now.
That's what you think.
Well. Wait, is that the last spray can? Oh shit, oh shit! Oh, I got it! Alright. I got it, man. I beat Tony Hawk. Oh, what are we at? Oh. All right, we want to call this episode right now?
Yeah, let's move on.
You want to play a different game? Or
Yeah.
You want to do something different? You want to do something co-op-y?
Well, let's see what we can pick up. If you liked it,
If you like, comment, subscribe. Maybe I'll pick it back up, We're just doing a bunch of videos, see what happens, see what sticks. So, Brian's got a big dick. Later.